Okay, so tonight's workout is carries, cardio, and core. And so obviously by looking at the layout of the workout, we're going to work on different carries. We're going to work on getting our heart rate up and bringing it back down with cardio. And then we're going to be focusing on building a nice strong core. So those are the three aspects of it first and foremost. But the other piece of it is that we're going to be at each of these stations for 2 minutes. And so you're going to be completing each item for 2 minutes, and we're going to rotate. So what that means is, for some of them, it's self-explanatory with the carry. You're going to, 2 minutes of a carry, that's going to take some mental power to get through and push beyond just the pain of the grip pain. But things like the cardio and core, box jumps, burpees, or the flutter kicks and the scissors, you're going to have to focus there too on pacing yourself for 2 minutes. I did this workout earlier this morning thinking flutter kicks for 2 minutes, I got that. I didn't have it. So you have to pace yourself. So for example, what I did this morning was I did 10 flutter kicks and then I counted to 10 in my head. 10 flutter kicks, counted to 10 in my head. Because what you want to do is you want to keep the function going for the full 2 minutes. So for example, on the burpees, you don't necessarily want to hit it really hard in the first 30 seconds and bust out as many as you can and then have to stop for 45 seconds to catch your breath. What we want to see is that people are able to do burpees for the entire 2 minutes, because one of the important aspects during a race is learning how to pace yourself. And so if you give it your all within the first 10 minutes or the first 20 minutes, you're going to hit a wall and be dead and find yourself walking, or after you're done your burpees, you're going to have to take 5 minutes to recover. So the goal behind this is that you're not only working on these basic movements, but you're also working on, am I pacing myself? And being inside your head mentally to know, yes, I can keep up this pace, or no, I really can't, I have to slow it down. Okay? So we'll do 2 minutes of each, and I'll let you know which area you're going to be starting in for the 2 minutes. I'm going to have some people start with the carries. I'm going to have some people start in cardio. Some people start in core. I'll start the timer, we'll go 2 minutes, and then we'll rotate, right? So wherever I start you at, you're just going to go. If I start you at the bucket, we're going to go. When 2 minutes is up, you'll go to the box jumps, and then you'll go over to the plank for your next 2 minutes. After we go through 2 minutes in each area, we're going to take a 2 minute break, right? So I want you during those 2 minutes to give it your all, knowing that you're going to have 2 full minutes to completely rest, bring your heart rate down, get some water, so that the next 6 minutes you can give it your all. Sound like a plan? Okay. All right. So we'll go through and I'll let people know where they're going to start now, and you guys can hit it. All right. So I am going to have Trisha. You are going to start with the bucket. John, box jumps. Laura, plank. Rebecca, small log. Stan, burpees. Laura, flutter kicks. Lauren, flutter kicks. Sorry. Lisa is going to do farmer's carry. Jen is going to do jumping jacks. Sean, you're going to do the scissors. Mark's going to come with me to the tire flips and the burpees. For this entire piece tonight, between the 2 minutes, try to jog everywhere you go. Try not to walk. And if you're doing any sort of a carry, obviously if it's heavy, you're gonna be walking. But like if it's the log or the sandbag, and you can get yourself into a little bit of a light jog, do that. When we transition between stations, again, try to keep it moving. Try to keep jogging. Keep that heart rate up. Try to limit your walking to the 2 minute rest periods. Okay. All right. Everybody set? Want to get to your spots?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Spartan SGX coach Ann LaRue, and we're here in beautiful Biddeford, Maine. Tonight we're doing a workout that incorporates cardio, core, and carries. One of our cardio stations is working on getting our heart rate up through a combo move of doing tire flips and burpees. So it's going to be 2 tire flips and then 5 burpees. I have one of my excellent Spartans here, Mark, who I am going to demonstrate how to do the moves, and then he's going to demonstrate back for me how he would do the moves. So we'll go ahead and get started. You ready?
Ready.
Ready. Okay. So, Mark, one of the things that we want to make sure that we are keeping in mind is that anytime we're lifting anything, we want to lift with our legs, but we also want to engage the core because that is going to help support our back. So, as we're doing the tire flip, I'm going to focus on those two areas. So, one of the things that I want Mark to do is, right before we start the move, I want him to imagine that somebody is about to punch him in the stomach. Then I want him to back that off about 25%. That way he has that tight core that we're looking for before he starts to lift. All right, Mark? So let's imagine that. So I want you to imagine somebody's punching you and then back it off 25%. Feel that?
Yep.
That's what we're looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm tightening my core, backing off a bit, and then I'm gonna be making sure to squat down so I can lift with my legs and with my core. Once I reach down and get a good grip, I'm gonna lift and start walking towards the tire. That's gonna be the motion of my flips. So that's gonna be 2 tire flips, and then we're gonna go into our burpees. I know Mark has done plenty of these before because he's already done 2 Spartan races and we're prepping for 2 more. So, the rules of the Spartan are, in order to complete a full burpee, 2 things have to happen. The chest has to touch the ground, and then the feet have to come off the ground. We're gonna focus on doing these in a nice slow format so that we have good form, so that we don't injure ourselves. But by the time we get out on the course, we're gonna be working on our speed so that we can get through them and get back in the race. But here's what I want us to focus on tonight. So our movements are squat down, kick back, down to a push-up, back up, and up. So as you saw, my chest touched the ground, and then when I jumped, my feet came off of the ground, okay? So I'm gonna do 2 with good form, and then I'm gonna finish up 2 a little bit faster. Now 2 a little bit faster. All right, you ready, Mark?
Ready.
All right. So, before you go down, remember, someone's about to punch you, back off 25%, get up good and close to that tire, squat down, pick up, start walking towards it. Perfect. Great. Now Mark's gonna do 5 burpees for us. Make sure that chest touches the ground. Feet are good and off the ground. Good spring. Excellent job. Can I get an aru?
Aru.
And as we could see, Mark was keeping really good form throughout. I could tell his core was tight. He was almost looking as though he had a rod going straight from the top of his head all the way down to the bottom of his feet. That's the form that we want to see. That's what's going to keep training safe. And those are the type of burpees that are going to get him through that course. All right, so we have Jen and John headed out, and we also have Stan. Good job, guys, on those carries. So they're working on the carries. So they're working on, during the race, when we're gonna see a lot of those obstacles that are gonna need that grip strength, that's what they're working on. So I'm having them work in 2-minute segments to really push their grip strength to the max. Additionally, we have our groups over here that are working on some core and some cardio. Good job, guys. Keep it up. You got it. Come on, Trish. Get those legs fluttering. You got it. That's what I'm talking about. Rebecca's nice and focused, I can tell, because it almost looks like she's sleeping. She's so good at it. All right. Carries are pushing people. I'm loving it.